So I have a project, a problem, a pivot, and a product. And there's a story that connects all of those together. So I guess what I really have is a Betsy. Um, a couple of months ago, I started assembling a modular Eurorack synthesizer system, which means I buy these little modules and I put them into my rack. But this prompt tape suggested that I could actually build one. And so ordered a kit for something called a magnetophone. And you'll see right here, it has a little tape head, which is supposed to be able to run a tape across, and it makes all kinds of funky, weird sounds. So I put this together, tested it, put it in my rack, and for the life of me, couldn't get the tape head to work. Consulted one of my former students that builds these things, and she could sort of help me on Facebook, but not too much. But it's got an input here, which actually did work. So I took an old Walkman, plugged it in, got some sound out of it, and thought, I'll make something with that. So I found an old cassette tape from a TRS-80. For those of you that don't know, TRS-80 was one of the first home computers you could buy, and it programmed in BASIC, but to record your program, you recorded it to a cassette tape. And when you listened to the cassette tape, it sort of sounded like clicks and pops and beeps. So I ran that through my Eurorack system and then modulated it with something called a clock divider, which just puts everything in sync, and then built a patch around it. And so it basically sounds a little bit like this. Dumped it down to GarageBand and shaped it a little bit more, so there's a little bit more a professional recording of it, not professional, on SoundCloud. So the link is below, and that's tape.